Okay, so if we have a half a circle, sorry, I gave it away then. If we have this shape here, hopefully we can all see it's half a circle, yes? And we can see that because here's our centre, and that means that this must be 180 degrees, and we know a full circle would be 360. Alright, so this is a half a circle. So the question says, what would you do if you were asked to find the area of the shape? Well, if we remember, what's the formula for the area of a circle, of a full circle? Maya?
I times the
No.
well, R squared.
Pi r squared. So for the area of a circle, you must establish the value of r. Okay? So that's really, really important. So you need to know that the radius, the value of the radius. Now, in this question here, have they given us the radius or the diameter? The diameter. So what do we do with this number to find the radius? Divide by 2. So we know that the radius for this one would be 5 centimeters, yes? We know that it's half a circle, so if it was a full circle, we'd say that the area was pi multiplied by 5 squared. But because it's half a circle, what am I going to do with this number?
Do it and then divide by 2.
Divide it by 2. And what answer do we get for that?
39.3.
39.3, and it's centimeters squared because it's an area. Right, that's nice and straightforward because it's a half a circle. Now, and it's the area. Now, if we were talking about the perimeter of a shape, Sarah, what's the perimeter of a shape? How would we describe that?
It is 3
Sweetheart, just tell me, what does perimeter mean? What does the perimeter of a shape mean?
the perimeter is the outside.
What about the outside?
Well, the perimeter is like the circumference.
It means the distance outside, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, so it would be the distance all the way around the outside of this shape, yes? Now, what we have to think about here is that if we were talking about the perimeter of just a straightforward circle, it would, as Sarah just said, be the same as the circumference. But this is only half a circle, so the circumference of a circle would give me this measure, wouldn't it? All the way around. But I'm only half of that. So my perimeter of this shape would be the circumference divided by 2. Okay, so it would be the normal circumference divided by 2. But have I drawn a blue mark around the perimeter of my shape that I was given? What am I missing? The diameter, yeah, the straight bit, yes? So what am I going to do then to find this perimeter, total perimeter? I'm going to
Then you're going to
add 10. So far, so good? Now, obviously, that's for this particular question. You're not always going to add 10. So where do you get 10? So this part here, Kaya, represents this blue bit. But we hadn't included this bit in the perimeter, have we?
Okay.
And we know that that measurement is 10.
Okay.
Yes? So that's how we'd find the perimeter of this particular shape. So we would have, well, how do we find the circumference of a circle? Sarah?
You would do the diameter, and then so you figure out. So let's say your diameter was 12.
Well, our diameter is 10.
Oh, okay. So then you do the radius is 5, and then you you plus them, and then
No, it's not plus then.
oh, sorry, what's it? Times, and then that will
Multiply what, sweetheart? Add the circumference of the
so
circle.
you can pick either C equals pi d or C equals pi r.
Not just pi r, it would be 2 pi r.
2 pi r.
And which one should we pick this time?
I think it would be good if you pick d, C equals pi d.
Okay, so we would, for this if we did a question, we would have pi multiplied by what is our diameter?
10.
Good girl. And we said we would divide that by 2 and then add on 10. Now, can someone pop that in their calc for me and get an answer? So pi multiplied by 10 divided by 2, and then we're going to add on 10 to it.
Pi 25.7.
25.7. And that measurement would just be centimetres, wouldn't it? Because a perimeter is just a measure, a distance measure. Okay? So that would be for a semicircle. Now, we'll think about a quarter circle as well. So if you can put this on your sheet. Jessica, pick a number, any number.
9.
100. Oh, really?
9.
I know.
9. You asked.
So, what's just or a number like 64 or something? Right, okay, so 100. We've got 100. Now, this I know is a quarter circle. Yes, you're going to see there's a quarter circle. I would probably have seen that it had one of those, so that would show me it's a quarter circle. So if I was trying to find the area of this, so area is slightly easier. Area would be for this one.
Do we have the radius?
Well, do we have the radius? Remember, that's always going to be our question when we're doing any of these questions. Do we have the radius or do we have the diameter? We have the radius, good.
It
So,
would be pi times 100.
yep. And then what do we do with that number, sweetheart? Is that a full circle?
No, divide by 4.
Good girl. So we would divide that one by 4 because it's only a quarter of a circle. So the area ones are nice and a little bit more straightforward. So it's just pi multiplied by 100 squared and then divide that by 4. Does anyone have an answer for that for me? Sarah?
I have a question.
Oh, okay.
Well, is it possible that your number could be Google Pasta?
Pardon?
Is it possible that your number could be Google Pasta?
What do you mean?
Google Pasta is the highest number in the world. So if you could,
No, it's not for a quarter circle, darling, no. I think you're just trying to show off that you know the number who affects it.
No, I have a question. If you pick the highest number in the world,
Which
if
is
you did
what?
that 4 times, what would it be called?
I don't know, sweetheart. I don't know what those numbers are. Thank you, Sonia. Can you read it out for me?
1,800 that has Google Pasta.
All right, so what unit is this one in? 6? Your choice.
Kilometers.
Millimeters. So this would be a millimeter squared because that was the area of it. Yes. Now perimeter for this shape. Perimeter. Okay, so it's the same kind of situation as we had before. The curved part. This time I'm going to do it in red. The curved part is a portion of the circumference. Okay? How much of the circumference is it, Kaya? How much of that circumference have we? A quarter. Good. So for the perimeter, we would find the circumference and we would divide that by 4. So circumference divided by 4. And then we have to look, have we included all of our perimeter of this shape? Georgie, are we missing anything? What do we need to do now? So we've done this red arc here. So what are we missing for our perimeter? Just the bottom bit here? Have we done the perimeter now? What else do we need to do? Where else do I need to draw a line? This other straight bit, yes? So how much was this straight bit along here? Do we know? Pardon? No. Where does this go from? This is the centre, isn't it? It goes to the outside edge. So what measurement must that be? Squared? No. Go from the centre to the outside edge.
Oh,
Why would it be 100 in squared? Not the diameter, it is the radius. Good. So this part here, even though it's not labelled, we know that this would also be 100, don't we?
We need to
Yes?
add to my
So we've got, because it goes from the centre, Kaya, to the outside edge. Remember, that was our definition of the radius of a circle. So even though if they've only just measured, labelled this one, then we would know that this one is the same. Yeah.
So you need to do 200.
So we would have plus 100 plus 100 because there were two of them. Obviously, yes, 100 plus 100 is 200. So you could establish that there.
So
Right, okay, so hang on a second. So the circumference of this, the circumference of this shape here, which of the formula is it better to use for this one? Is it better to use the C equals 2 pi r or C equals pi d for secant? Which one would you use? C equals 2 pi r or C equals pi d? Which one would you use? So you've got two choices, C equals 2 pi r or C equals pi d. Which one would you use for this question? Why would you choose that one? That's the correct one. Why would you choose it? Well, in this question, they've labelled the radius, haven't they? Yes? So remember, that's our question. When we look at something, we say, have they told us the radius or have they told us the diameter? Okay? So the perimeter would be 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by 100. Divide that by 4 and add 2 lots of 100. And Jade, you said you had an answer for that?
357.9.
Okay,
I could show you.
fine. And what's our measure, what's our unit in here?
Centimeters. Millimeters.
No, it's going to be millimeters because it was in millimeters. Okay? So the most important thing here, the different part here, is that for perimeter of parts of a circle, you have to remember to add the straight bits. Okay? So for areas, you're just going to divide it by 4 or 2 or whatever the shape may be. But for perimeter, you must add the straight parts. Okay? Is there a question, Abby? Okay, fine. Okay, Miss.